Hi everyone, welcome to another important session. It's very important to know that security must align with the business. This concept is very important when you will attempt for the CISSP exam and also when you're working as a security professional. Because security is mindset. And another important thing we must know or we must remember. While security is extremely important, there is no doubt, but it is not the reason that the business exists. As a security professional, we should know because as a security professional, we must always remember that we perform a supporting service to the organization, right? So, therefore, the core the core idea is that security leaders must balance. So security leaders, when we talk security leaders must balance two roles. That means that the security leaders wear security hat and at same time they wear the business hat, right? So they need to balance in these two roles. So for instance, as you can see in this diagram, so a security hat and business hat. So security hat, you can see that that as a security leader, when as a security leader you are wearing security hat, then you need to make sure we protect confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Right here, you can see protect confidentiality, integrity, availability, respond to security incidents, conduct risk assessment, implement security controls, right? But at the same time, as a security leader, or I would say as a security professional, we also need to understand that we understand mission and goals, right? Because at the same time, we need to think that we are also wearing business hat. So that means we need to understand business goals and justify cost of controls, maintain productivity, engage stakeholders, right? So what I have said earlier that it should align, security should align with the business need, right? Why this balance is critical? Because security is not the business itself. It supports the business. So as I have said earlier, that as a security professional, we need to understand security is extremely important, but this is not the reason that the business exists. That we all always we need to remind ourselves as a security professional, as a security leader, it supports the business, right? Uh, for instance, poorly designed control can hinder productivity, frustrate user, and hurt business performance. So if we design poor controls, they are not properly implemented, they can hinder productivity and it could cause damage to business performance. So therefore, there is another beautiful saying that complexity is the enemy of the enemy of security, right? So we also need to keep things simple, right? So sometimes when uh, we place new controls, then we make it too complex, and because of the complexity, it could lead to hinder productivity, or it could frustrate user, and it could also impact business performance. So the goal should be that build security programs that reduce risk without stopping the business. So when we build a security program, we need to keep in mind that it should not reduce program should reduce the risk, but without interrupting or without stopping the business, right? So the key responsibility of security leaders are incident response. This CIA tried, as we all know, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So these three um, CIE tribes are very important. Risk assessment, implementing control, appropriate controls, ensuring compliance, and at the same time understand the mission goals, strategic planning, budgeting and cost analysis, stakeholder communication and buy-in, business case development for new controls, aligning with long-term business goals, right? In fact, our main focus is that CISSP exam, how we can uh, uh, pass that exam. So therefore, we need, when while attempting the CISSP exam, answering the questions in the CISSP exam, our main focus, we should avoid answer that focus only technical controls without considering business impact, right? So another beautiful saying is in security domain, I keep repeating it, that think, read like a lawyer, think like an engineer. Sorry, well, let me repeat it one more time. Read like a lawyer, understand like an engineer, and think like a manager, right? So, so that approach we always should follow. Always ask one question: does this solution meet the security need and supports the business mission? So that is very important thing. So the solution, the security design, the security, uh, if we want to make sure that security should be implemented in proper way, then we should always think about that solution, that this particular solution support the business mission, right? For instance, a control that eliminates a risk but causes 3-day downtime, that is a bad business alignment, right? So proposing new control, think like a business leader. You need to present a business case. What risk does this control reduce? What is the cost and what is the expected return on investment, ROI? How will it impact user productivity, training, adaptation, right? So when security leaders participate in business discussion, budget discussion, strategic roadmaps, performance reviews, policy decision, so that shows that they are business enabler, not just rule enforcers. So say security leader must act as both technical protectors and strategic business partner. So we always need to keep in mind these two hats, right? Security hat and business hat, and align. We need to make sure that it aligns, security aligns with the business need. Thank you so much for watching this session. You can share your experience if you are working as a security professional, or if you have already taken CISSP exam. So about the mindset, uh, how you can prepare your mind for CISSP exam or any practical experience. So you may share your thought, your experience in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video.